牛啊牛啊，舰长、提督、总督，什么都收，好坏都要。本直播间还收留被无聊 B-Tuber 伤害的滴滴们，给各位滴滴一个温暖家。新店开业，品质保证，龙泉沙当铺店服务值得信赖。回收冰箱、彩电、洗衣机，粉丝团灯牌，牛啊牛啊，舰长、提督、总督，什么都收，好坏都要。本直播间还收留被无聊 B-Tuber 伤害的滴滴们，给各位滴滴一个温暖家。新店开业，品质保证，龙泉沙当铺店服务值得信赖。回收冰箱、彩电、洗衣机，粉丝团灯牌，牛啊牛啊，舰长、提督、总督，什么都收，好坏都要。本直播间还收留被无聊 B-Tuber 伤害的滴滴们，给各位滴滴一个温暖家。新店开业，品质保证，龙泉沙当铺店服务值得信赖。回收冰箱、彩电、洗衣机，粉丝团灯牌，牛啊牛啊，舰长、提督、总督，什么都收，好坏都要。本直播间还收留被无聊 B-Tuber 伤害的滴滴们，给各位滴滴一个温暖家。新店开业，品质保证，龙泉沙当铺店服务值得信赖。回收冰箱、彩电、洗衣机，粉丝团灯牌，牛啊牛啊，舰长、提督、总督，什么都收，好坏都要。本直播间还收留被无聊 B-Tuber 伤害的滴滴们，给各位滴滴一个温暖家。新店开业，品质保证，龙泉沙当铺店服务值得信赖。回收冰箱、彩电、洗衣机，粉丝团灯牌，牛啊牛啊，舰长、提督、总督，什么都收，好坏都要。本直播间还收留被无聊 B-Tuber 伤害的滴滴们，给各位滴滴一个温暖家。新店开业，品质保证，龙泉沙当铺店服务值得信赖。回收冰箱、彩电、洗衣机，粉丝团灯牌，牛啊牛啊，舰长、提督、总督，什么都收，好坏都要。本直播间还收留被无聊 B-Tuber 伤害的滴滴们，给各位滴滴。晚上好，晚上好，晚上好！今天是1999的抽卡加直播加那个剧情，我一直忍着呢，我一直忍着今天看，感觉好像每回滑到那个1999剧情相关的部分，我就赶紧把他手机给他划掉，不要剧透，不要剧透。欢迎放纵豆瓣酱，晚上好，晚上好。稍等一下。
Are you here for Louisa or Louisa?
先抽卡。我这有这么卡吗？好卡感。上来先收一收。这是我的大轮豆，得打开一下。OK， 直接走。行，可以了。看看出点啥。
Hello.
夏利还可以。不会又是普稿人吧？挺好。
Hello，
我不会到时候就满速了吧？又是普稿人。
Hello，
普稿人都抽满了。哎呀，不会真的要吃保底了吧？最近有点太飞了，有点绷不住了。从去年开始就一路飞到底。
Hello，
捅了普高人的窝了，我操！啊
Greetings to you, fair lady.
其实这池子5星都可以，还可以。哎
Silence.
普稿人，笑死了！他妈捅了普稿人窝了，我操！嗯，我操 ，X 6，池子里啥都有。我操，最后一把了！哎，66666，来了！操，最后一把，能不能白嫖出？Fuck!
Who's in front of you? The admired captain, the coolest radio DJ, the genius alchemist. Call me whatever you like.
Fuck! 好飞呀，我绷不住了。
活物椅子说：“歪了吗？”
歪了呀！欢迎果不的椅子，晚上好。只能氪金了。我先氪一个这个吧，把这个买68的先买，我先氪一把。最近好飞呀，有点绷不住了。
Oh, whoa, whoa! Watch out, mate!
我捅了普稿人窝了，普稿人不会都满速了吧？还真是。
Welcome to the tombstone.
Aha! There's some Congelos.
你要没了吧？我看还能再来一把。不行，还得再氪点，看看啊。28，这个还可以。先把这2个便宜的氪。 OK， 把这2个刻了，应该可以有，怎么的也得有1抽了吧？欢迎跳的好爽，晚上好，晚上好。夏利。
The troopers are here.
我有点破防，我最近好飞呀、我的葛天也是歪出来的，我绷不住了。帷幕的赠礼这个可以，成像的研究这个也可以。我再把这2个便宜的买了。能有1抽了不？这个都不需要了，直接对了。哎，有戏！求求了！求求了！拜托！求求了！好！出！nice！ 谁跳的好赏？谁叫跳的好赏？插出去好吗？不认识这个人，这个人还进我直播间还不带我牌子，真的是 OK 出了，完事儿了，进。我看看，拉一把，我看能升到多少。
跳的好赏说，好气呀。
You'll always feel at ease in my room, no matter the time.
气啥？我操！我不会没有，牛逼！哎，服了，卡住了。
跳的好赏说，没歪你说我信。
我第一把歪了，歪了才氪的。我最后一把免费的，氪金前的最后一把歪了。不过还好，损失不大。我以为我要氪那100多的了，我操，我有点绷不住了。
The hunters no longer has the hide.
看看，夏利。
I'm sorry.
Please have a seat. You'll always be
行吧，
pushy back.
看有那个体力吗？
Team Sauge.
走你！
Please have a seat. You'll always be.
你来个2把，这能出了吧？欢迎君子藏去余生，晚上好，晚上好。
I will pray for you. Sorry.
补习一下。
I have left the ruins, and now stand before.
打满吧。
Please beat the drums.
So long live this. And this is
Never hesitate.
Alright.
Never hesitate.
Someone is still standing.
Fight for the unarmed.
If you see it down, I won't give up his friend. Fine, I will, Sotheby.
The sword is drawn.
So long live this. And this
His trumpets sound. The judgment day has
now
come.
light. This is the gift well prepared for you. I've already said that Sotheby doesn't need a bodyguard.
OK。他这衣服有啥区别吗？哦，变化还挺大的，色儿都变了。我说怎么瞅着感觉好像……行吧，这些都看一下。能打小熊是不是还有2个？啊，30不够了，那咱直接剧情。直接开始今晚的正题剧情，来兑换一下。最开始 ，OK，Let's go。这。
收到来自君子藏器余生的一个小花花。
谢君子藏器余生的小花花。
On behalf of the General Medical Association of Vienna, I would like to thank you all for attending this demonstration conference. It is a great honor. As we can see, dear friends, the era of science
我大概有了解，
has arrived.
应该是那个就
The
刚才
era
抽
of
卡的那个人，
man has arrived.
是不是有那种
We will share
双重
the
人格
honor of witnessing the advancement
人的
of
时代到了。
technology, its contributions to medical science, and even the world. Now, please allow me to introduce the patient again, Miss Isolde von Dietersdorf. This lady has selflessly volunteered for the experiment, and in return will receive a healthy mind in no time.
坏了，是那个叫什么？
She's been living a
这不
miserable
要电
life
击
due
吧？
to hysteria. How terrible
就
it
那个之
is
前
for a young
电击
woman
指
like
网瘾的
her.
那个叫什么来着？
As we all know, mental illness is
杨
taking
教授，
an
他原
increasing
他全名
toll
叫什么
on
来
our
着？忘了
country.
不记得了。
Even suicide has become more rampant. The tragedies are piling up, and our dear lady is in excruciating pain as we speak. Thanks to the development of medical science, we can again be rescued from the abyss of pain. As I said before, the electroshock therapy uses the most advanced technology available. The medical use of electricity dates back to the 18th century.
Isolde? The youngest daughter of the Dietersdorfs? Oh, no wonder she volunteered. The treatment should do wonders for her. You know there's something wrong with that family. I heard her mother stabbed old Dietersdorf in the temple with a brass needle and killed every maid in the room. That thing's even made it into the curio market. I heard not even the Lord's water could clean the blood off it.
The family seems to be cursed. So far, no one's ever lived past the age of 40. In fact, the girl had a sister who died very young, and now her brother. I read in the papers that he killed himself, right?
一家子都有神经病。
Well, the artist did what an artist would do. He wrote a sad poem and then set fire to his paintings, together with himself.
You know what? My uncle works for the police. He showed me the autopsy report. The truth is, Theophil shot himself. He was killed by a bullet.
Gosh! Good thing he didn't have to suffer all that pain before he died. Poor boy, he was so talented and handsome. But the girl, oh, she's less fortunate. Fainted at her only brother's funeral. Didn't even get to see him one last time. I hope the latest treatment will alleviate her suffering.
Lunatics. The whole family is a bunch of lunatics.
Manners, sir. This is Vienna where we call these poor people arcanists.
I sincerely hope that Isolde can put an end to her miserable nightmare. After all, she is one of the most talented opera singers in Vienna. Just like her mother.
You know what they say? Talent and hysteria go hand in hand. Think about it. They both come from the mind.
Right, please. The treatment will now begin. Are you ready, Miss Dietersdorf?
Yes. I'm ready. Please.
3, 2, 1. Okay. Calm down, my lady. Just hang in there, okay? The treatment will work. Perseverance is a virtue. I don't think the electroshock is causing the pain you seem to be experiencing. Don't let the imaginary fear get the better of you.
Yes.
Good. Now we'll begin stage 2. The voltage will be slightly increased. Please get ready, Miss Dietersdorf.
No!
Stage 3, an even higher voltage.
Enough! Forgive the interruption, Dr. Schwartz, but I need you to stop the treatment immediately.
如果我没记错，看那个 PV， 这个女的是不是反派那一波呢？
I can't help but to question your methods, as well as the methods of the General Medical Association. Your electroshock therapy is a gross violation of humanitarian principles. Judging from what I just saw, it only brought the patient meaningless pain. It didn't help her condition one bit. Yes, of course. You intend to use physical pain to distract the patient from her mental pain.
Even though this is a conference meant for conversation, you're being a little rude. The new electroshock therapy is not what you know from the last century. Now that man has tamed electricity, there's no doubt that the EST is the best choice for treatment. You shouldn't take it at face value, because it's not like the underlying principles are the same as that frog experiment, huh? My treatment is supported by systemic theories and reliable references, and it is approved and sponsored by the General Medical Association, which means it's reasonable and legitimate. Well, you are, correct me if I'm wrong, a social activist known for her little arcane tricks, Miss Cacania. Or should I say, Miss Clara? As far as I know, you don't even have a medical degree. Besides your so-called art movement, this secession, is it? It confuses me, really. Anyway, in order to have a more professional conversation, I suggest we talk later. You know, after you get a medical license.
No, Dr. Schwartz. This conversation has nothing to do with my personal identity or experience. I'm only asking you as a citizen of Vienna and as a human being with empathy. How can you not see that she's suffering? Have you been thoroughly brainwashed by the supposed authority of medical science? Or have you too been blinded and deafened by hysteria?
Oh! You rude little... Please allow me to reiterate, the EST is an advanced and reliable treatment. Besides, Miss Dietersdorf has signed an agreement before we started. The experiment is conducted under mutual consent. Your objection is of no use, and it is even harmful to the patient's interests. But we always welcome debate. Since you question my methods, please be my guest and indulge us with your thoughts on her condition.
As I understand it, Mr. Sigmund Freud published his studies on hysteria in 1895. He believes that hysteria was a psychological disorder caused by problems in the nervous system. It was not a simple organ disease. His trauma theory explains that the patient's personal life experiences were the real cause of the disorder, affecting the patient in subtle ways. It makes much more sense to analyze the patient's traumas than to harm their body. As to whether his theory is advanced enough, you can read The Totem and Taboo, which he published last year.
What? Freud. Freud! The man who told people to marry their mothers and kill their fathers. The one who couldn't get a word in when his patients spewed insanity. It took him 17 years to become a professor, for God's sake. Miss Clara, I've tolerated your immature antics, and I always welcome advice and opinion as long as rational and reasonable.
17年教授评职，
How could you challenge me with such an amateur theory?
而且得
You
快
insult
死
me
了
as
吧
a
这人都。
gentleman, and you insult my reputation.
What? Dr. Schwartz, I did not mean to insult you.
Miss Dittersdorf, she's unconscious.
How?
Get her off the chair now!
会不会直接激发了第二人格了？这这还有一个
Move! Oh, move! Shoot, are you blind or did you hit me on purpose?
Hey, hello. Do you know how to control this thing? It always drifts on my bed at night. I just sit back for a week.
Just remove your brain. Problem solved.
Darn safe! How come I didn't think of that? Thank you for your advice. You are so sweet.
Oh, you're so welcome, pal. I'd wipe my eyes more often if I were you. Just do something to get that black snot off those lashes.
可以戴个护目镜。
The good news is, the persons in charge of this place are all dead. The bad news, the one in charge right now is not a person.
Hello, Researcher Medicine Pocket. Your meal allowance is being deducted to pay for door repair.
如果没记错的话，这个角色到应该是露脸了，到后边。
Buckethead, do your worst. A few pennies don't bother me.
我一直以为他是个机器人，结果后边还有张脸。
You could have called me from your lab terminal. The technology department has equipped every researcher with the latest communication device, and I have the energy to communicate with everyone.
Then how am I supposed to know whether my report is lying in your trash or not? Oh, please, you know we gotta talk face to face to solve our issues when things get ugly. Congrats on the one and only achievement you got from the Manus mask. We're now fully aware of its side effects, and this great achievement is filling the halls with oil and insanity. You should thank the Haddock Cuckoo for her report. No one's turned into a crazy monster yet, or the Manus would be attacking the headquarters from the Place right now. Damn it! What are you doing? Are you even listening to me?
My apologies. You said we needed to talk face to face. If I understand it correctly, this is your #1 request.
那这是不是就应该是张假脸？
Carry a face in your pocket?
啊，对，假脸，
That's just
不是露脸，
great.
是挂了张假脸。
You are welcome. It is our duty to learn and meet the needs of every researcher. This will help them reach their full potential while respecting the nature of their being. I received some letters of complaint. They asked me to develop a better sense of humor. They said it would help me understand the researcher's sarcasm, so I am studying it. 75% of the complaints mentioned they did not want to see a face on my head. Some even used strong words like, "Never let me see that face of yours again." I am glad that you are one of the other 25%, Researcher Medicine Pocket.
You know what? I don't mind if you keep that face on, as long as you let me kick it around a bit.
Regarding your second request, I have read your report. I fully understand the side effects of the mask as well as the feasibility of the decryption.
Then what's the point? It's like trying to get the syrup formula out of a Coke can. Ugh! Again, we are all screwed without the original ritual from the Manus.
It is too early to conclude that the mask does not contain important clues. The attempts we are making are very necessary. Besides, the situation in Laplace is not as bad as you say. The side effects are completely under control. The subjects are only suffering from dehydration and mania. Fortunately, the Rehabilitation Center has extensive experience in dealing with manic patients, and some researchers, like yourself, are already manic without putting on the mask, so the side effects will not affect them much.
love brains.
Extensive experience, huh?
That is right. I am glad you have noticed our efforts. We have prepared a large amount of polymer materials in case of minor vandalism by the patients.
Haha. Amusing. So this is the logic of a machine, huh? Humans are as expendable in the lab as glass. You should be glad that your head is harder than my teeth, or I'd...
Your opinion surprises me, Researcher Medicine Pocket. There is a big difference between the human body and glass. As for the original ritual, you are not the first researcher to make this suggestion. We are fully aware of its importance. We have dispatched investigators and members of the Field Agent Administration to investigate various regions. Here are the images they sent back.
Field... what?
Field Agent Administration. If you have not heard of the name before, most prefer to call them the History Guards, given their function.
Right, that team of cannon fodder. The thought of people being thrown around like garbage makes me feel lucky that I'm just a piece of glass. Looks like face-to-face conversation does solve problems. Finally, we're getting somewhere. Aside from the insane colleagues running amok. Let me guess. The blue dots are good news, huh?
Correct. They represent the safe areas immune to the storm.
免疫暴雨的区域。
North America. I should have gone there for a walk in the park.
北美洲。
I don't deserve to suffer in this
之前剧情里好像
prison.
有北美洲吗？
I have to say, Researcher Medicine Pocket, even though I approved your request for a sports field, which you claimed was a humanitarian need, I think it is more of a canine need.
I suggest you install an indicator on your humor module so we know when to laugh. See? Like this blinking red dot. Is that Vienna?
Vienna.
Yes.
红色的点是啥？
All right. Not privy to the information, huh? I know of your tricks. One day I will find the logical fallacies in your words, I swear. And this here... Yellow. Better than the worst, worse than the best. That's the agency. What's all the fuss about? Don't tell me there's a 500-meter-long blue crab.
No. No sightings of large marine organisms other than the Gorgon. This is where Timekeeper and her team are right now. By the way, it seems you can distinguish between colors precisely, so the canine elements in you are more of a personal choice than an innate trait.
I see your efforts on improving your sense of humor, I do, but that's enough now. Turn off the module, okay? Who the heck put these complaints in the box? I'm gonna kick their teeth out.
Back to business. Timekeeper and her team are in a bit of a situation. The details are classified, and I am not privy to them either.
Huh. Classified. I know what's going on. In this place, classified means they're in big trouble.
讲了半天，就说他们有大麻烦，还有就是北美洲应该是不受暴雨影响。啊，这是续之前的剧情。所以之前威尔汀他们在爱琴海。
Marcus.
啊，这应该是那个下一个进池子的那个小女孩。
I'm sorry, Madam Hoffman. I was reading the newspaper.
I know I told you to practice your arcane skills more, but you don't have to do it all the time. I just told you the oath to secrecy for this mission. Level 2 Investigator Marcus, repeat it to me.
Remember the field mission manual? Never disclose any information about the storm or the era to irrelevant people. Never build unnecessary connections with the current era. Never disclose any real information about the headquarters to members of the branch. Never discuss confidential matters in unrelated settings. Never contact or interfere with the insignificant. Stay out of their lives, silently observe and respect their lives. And why is the stupid train never on time?
Did I really say that?
Yes, in a low voice, after the last random stop.
You have a talent for multitasking, I'll give you that. But the point is, as a rookie investigator, your focus should really be on the mission.
Yes, Madam Hoffman, I'm so sorry.
Laplace has analyzed the information from the field agent squad and suggested several critical points on where the storm may arrive. One of them is Vienna. The history guards have reported sightings of menace leaders there.
这段应该属于他们分开开始干。威尔廷一队是在那个岛上，上那个不是上一个版本，是上一个主线的那个岛上，然后他俩是去这次更新主线的维也纳。
I've been waiting for my first field mission since I joined the foundation.
有一说是不是左边小姐姐后来死了？我有看过那个。
Still be talking to rusty filing cabinets.
有刷到过。
No need to thank me, Investigator Marcus. Your application has been approved by headquarters, as your arcane skills will prove very useful on this mission. This time we will track down Manus Vindictae in Vienna and gather intelligence on their rituals. The intelligence should help with the storm immunity research, making it the top priority of all other missions. That's why I said your arcane skill reading will be useful on this mission.
Yes, understood.
I know how lucky you must feel for returning to your era, after being isolated from the outside world for so long. I will take you to Romania and visit the orphanage where you used to live, if we still have time for that after the mission.
我操，什么玩意儿？
I'll do my best, Madam Hoffman. Whatever you need, as long as my arcane skill can do it.
他这神秘术是不
By
是
the way, how's the timekeeper doing on Agent Island?
Marcus, have you already forgotten what I just told you? This is a confidential matter.
他的是不是预言还是什么？
appears on the agency. Forces attacked by arcane creatures. Ownership over island causing conflicts between Bulgaria, Serbia, and Greece. Austro-Hungarian Empire and Russian Empire to establish a negotiating committee. Madam Hoffman, the increased turmoil could cause the storm to arrive earlier, right?
That is not our problem. The headquarters will send someone to intervene since it is caused by the Arcanum. Now, just focus on our destination, Vienna. Time to get out. Grab your luggage.
Ah, 这是没有故事。诶，这个有一个。这个应该。 这也有一个啊，在这儿。
Come here. The near. So in this. Oh, to be.
4、5、6。
Let's start our call after. Nothing these days. Oh, how? And it is she.
哎，这是不对吧？它应该还有剧情吧？没太怎么。然后啊，不对。我记得它是好像在边上可以看它那个剧情是吧？
Damn you.
在哪儿可以看它的剧情呢？
That's no small town.
不对吧？怎么都到第9了？不对。有这么多的小星星点一下。哎，那我主线在哪儿看呢？还说我必须要，我记得他们不是出了一个可以，哦，在这儿，故事，我操，绷不住了，必须得花体力打吗？这不 GG 了吗？我只能搜一下，等会儿啊，那只能搜别人的。
I have a lot of umbrellas there.
那个是对缺德的德鲁伊，看一下，他更新的了，叉了。
A painting based on the mysterious island?
弹幕关了。
Here it is, the national treasure of Austria. The creamy chocolate cake, the buttery ganache, and the delicious apricot jam. Created by the ingenious apprentice Franz Sacker in 1832, renowned throughout the world. The dessert of Vienna, Sackertorte. My first time seeing a real one. How should I cut it? If I cut straight, the cake will get mushy. If I cut sideways, I'll miss out on the apricot filling. What if I eat it in one bite? No, how unrefined. The director would scold me for that. I have to think carefully. There must be some other way. Remember all your training, Investigator Marcus. This is the most important moment of your life. Don't get too excited or you'll ruin it. Oh no.
What?
No, nothing. Thank you for deciding for me.
操，什么声音？
What's with the tears, Marcus?
Because the cake is way too sweet.
According to the plan, the head of the Vienna branch would pick us up and guide us through the necessary procedures of this era. But our train was 2 hours late. That being the case, our Mr. Carl should have been waiting for 2 hours, but so far there's no sign of any gentleman in the Foundation's uniform.
So Mr. Carl is also more than 2 hours late.
A clever deduction. Let us hope otherwise. I'll go check if he got here before us.
I bet that island is a secret base of the Dual Entente. That's why the Bulgarians are so anxious. They're worried about their exit on the Aegean Sea. A friend of mine is in the Navy. He saw a ship leaving the harbor loaded with gold. War is coming, friend.
No. How does that explain the arcane creatures over there? I'd say it's never been discovered before. Like the Celtic Otherworld. You know, the heavenly land beyond the sea in Bran's legend. The Arcanum has declined after the Enlightenment. It is an honor for all of us in this era to find such a paradise from the past. You're not fit to be human if you don't understand what that island means to us, my friend.
Secret base. Other world. Fascinating. I need to write this down.
Miss, could you show me your papers, please?
Ah, right. I'm sorry. My friend has it. Could you hold on a minute? I am an arcanist sent from the headquarters of the St. Pavlov Foundation. I have a letter of introduction from the head of the Vienna branch.
Arcanist? Then you come with us, miss. Hands up and be quiet. Bring over the golems! We have an unregistered arcanist.
Huh?
Marcus?
Sir, please listen to me.
Don't let her get away!
That one's...
What is happening? At ease, gents. Allow me to explain. This respectable lady is most definitely not a Russian spy. Ah, Miss Hoffman! So, this lady with the big case is your assistant? No spy would be stupid enough to carry an entire case of papers in public. So we'll be all gentlemen.
我操，哥们儿官儿挺大。
The gentlemen in Vienna have become exceedingly sensitive after the infamous espionage cases of 1913.
这有一说一，我觉得
And
这
their
姐姐
pride was
画的有
almost
点。
destroyed by the Redl case. The man was even head of counterintelligence and had a sexual orientation not tolerated in his time. Well, I'm not sure which of the reasons hurt them more. Sorry, Marcus. I should have told you that, as your supervisor. The belief that arcanists cannot cast arcane skills without the ability to speak. So old and superstitious. Like muzzling a dog when it gets out of control. Can we dispel it now, Mr. Carl?
I have to remind you, Miss Hoffman, that theoretically we have to go through an entire approval process before I authorize the dispelling of the mute spell. But Whatever, who cares? They shouldn't have treated a young lady like that, for whatever reason. Relax. This was just a minor incident. You'll never find another place as tolerant as Vienna. The very same principles the Foundation strives for. All registered arcanists can come and go as they please in this beautiful city. We even offer artists and musicians perks that cover every aspect of their lives, because Vienna loves art and music. Oh, speaking of registered arcanists, could you show me her arcanum license?
Arcanum license?
Yes, ladies from the headquarters. Even so, I'm more than willing to skip some unnecessary procedures for you. We still have to be careful about security, you know, especially when dealing with arcanists.
I don't think the headquarters issues such a license. No one told us to apply for one.
Oh, there must be some mistake. All arcanists entering Europe must possess an arcanum license issued by the local government. Austria enacted this policy in 1756. We abolished it in 1868, but we're in the time of great tension, so... you know... Perhaps this lady knows something. Miss Marcus?
Yes?
You are an arcanist, even though you're sent by the headquarters, correct? Show it to me then. Your arcanum license.
Marcus is my assistant on this mission, Mr. Carl. She is not to answer your questions directly given her rank and status. It is me, the one in charge, that you should turn to, not my assistant.
Oh, lady from headquarters, don't get me wrong. I didn't mean to usurp your authority. It's not an issue. You didn't have to.
I have a...
What?
Here.
Oh.
那你之前为啥不出示呢？
Is everything okay, Mr. Carl? Is it not acceptable?
Oh, yes, it's a perfectly good license. I can even smell the ink from the government office. Welcome to Vienna, Miss Arcanist from Romania. You should have shown it to me sooner. It would have saved us a lot of trouble.
I'm so sorry to have wasted your time.
Speaking of which, no offense, but you are 2 hours and 15 minutes late, Mr. Carl.
My apologies. The Minister of Finance and I had a little too much at lunch. Well, your train was late too, wasn't it?
You were having lunch when you were supposed to be here. We agreed.
Relax, lady from the headquarters. You're just not used to this pace around here. Look at this industrialization and so-called modern designs. They have turned our beloved city and our carefree life into a cold, impersonal machine. Please forgive the train staff, the sewer workers, and the plumbers. It is their right to be a little unpunctual, and enforcing this right is a symbol of our free will. In the end, you didn't wait too long, and I got to enjoy my lunch. It all worked out, right? So, why was your train late?
It crashed into a deer. A deer with free will.
Tragic. All right. Forgive this old Carl for his minor mistake, ladies. The rumors about the Golden Isle had kept the branch busy. There was no one else but me to pick you up. It wouldn't have been so embarrassing if headquarters had sent us manpower instead of taking it from us.
I am also on the job, Mr. Carl. Should I include your complaints in the report?
No, that's okay. It's just a group of lunatics banished to an island. They're arcane criminals from a small country, and people will forget about them in less than a month. Only a few would believe that it has any real influence on Vienna. You know, the young artists who think highly of themselves, the schemers with evil plans, and the conspiracy theorists suffering from neurasthenia. The Megars and the Bohemians are already giving us a headache. Arcanists, they are not at all the Empire's top ethnic concern.
But aren't you in charge of the registration and management of Arcanists?
Well, first of all, isn't my loyalty to His Majesty and the Empire? Before you use the title Head of the Vienna Branch to define me, I am first and foremost an honored citizen of Vienna. And I serve our great Emperor, lady.
And I thought you said this was a tolerant city.
Oh yes, we are responsible for dealing with the problems caused by the Arcanists, just as we deal with the Megars and the Bohemians. Alright, that's the Venerable Vienna branch of the St. Pavlov Foundation, over there. Let's go.
Mr. Call is very different from the staff of the headquarters.
In fact, most of the time the branch members aren't comrades who share the same goals with us. They're more like local officials we have to deal with. We need them as a buffer between the Foundation and the local governments. They can help us maintain peace in the human world. But you can't ask too much of them. Not all of them are cosmopolitans. Most of them put their emperor and their country first. That's why we shouldn't disclose classified information to them. Does it still hurt?
Oh, it feels much better now.
Good. Marcus, did you already have that license before you joined the Foundation?
Yes. Austria abolished that policy in 1868, but Romania did not until 1913.
Oh, 他之前办的。
I carried it with me out of habit. Thank goodness I did. This is indeed the era I'm from. That time has returned.
Never disclose any information about the storm or the era to irrelevant people. Put away your license. We need to catch up with Carl. Remember my words, Marcus. Never trust anyone, even if they're a branch member of the Foundation.
So this is the Vienna branch? It's splendid. Look at the walls, simple yet elegant. It's like a temple of modern art. I can read the contrast between different shapes and textures. This Mr. Ulrich must have put so much effort into the design. It must be a very pleasant place to work at, Mr. Call.
Oh, no. This is a secession building.
H5HX 晚上好，晚上好。
Another meeting place for the young artists to show off, other than the cafes. They said they wanted to break away from traditional art. Well, It's more like they're breaking away from human life. There's nothing to like here. Only inexplicable paintings and neurasthenic lunatics. But people keep coming back. There are even secession groups to the secession. Like cells dividing through mitosis. The entrance to our venerable branch is on the left. Please follow me. Notice the guard? It's the most loyal and reliable knight of Vienna. Powered entirely by arcane ritual. The greatest achievement since the revival of Arcanum in Europe. In 1662, a royal magician from London offered it to the emperor at the time. Since then, it's guarded the empire for centuries.
Ah, sir! Greetings, dear Sascapia. How's your son, Tamino? I hear he's not getting along well with his fiancée.
He's a strange one. What's he doing standing in the corner like that?
My apologies, Miss Hoffman. Please hold on. Terrific, Heinrich! Just as terrific as your pathetic art career!
That's great! Best wishes to you, Sascapia. Oh, my apologies. Greetings to you, Angelotti. And unknown lady.
See, he is one of those crazy artists. Everyone knows that I only have this beautiful daughter of mine. This mustacheless gentleman went to study in Berlin and has just returned. I guess he didn't learn much in class, and now he's throwing himself into opera. He must have listened to Wagner and Mozart so much it damaged his central nervous system. That's why he sees everyone as a character in an opera. Operas and music, they do harm to your eyes and fill your ears with useless sounds.
Is every artist like this? Scarpia, Angelotti. They are indeed characters from the opera Tosca.
Oops! I am getting off topic. Don't worry. We've modified its original ritual to meet the needs here. Lots of people come in and out after all. You just need to knock on the armor 3 times, touch your mustache, and it will let you in. I forgot you have no mustaches, my dear ladies. But you do have arcane skills, right?
First of all, I am not an arcanist. Second, I am not as humorous as you think.
Fine, but that was no joke. This thing only accepts mustaches. It's a symbol that every gentleman should have. And not everyone's like Heinrich.
Just give me the list of arcanists we mentioned in the letter, Mr. Carl. We don't need to go into the branch.
Oh, no. Do you really want to miss the scenery of the Donau? And the sight of the modern transport system? There's no better way to tour the ring roads than by carriage. And we've booked a room for you at the Sacker Hotel. By the way, have you tried the treasure of Austria?
Thank you. We already had it while you were enjoying your lunch. Now, please, give us the list. And I'm sure you've received a telegram from the headquarters. You are to investigate the people around Theophil von Dittersdorf.
Okay, all right. It's a pity, lady from the headquarters. Here you are. And that's all of it. All of it. Oh, and this. 2 tickets to the Vienna Royal Orchestra. Please give them to Mr. Richard, and when you see him, send my sincerest regards.
I will.
Who's Mr. Rickard?
The contact between the Foundation and the Vienna branch in 1914. A phantom of history. At that time, people still believed the golden age that had begun with the last generation would continue as it should, and that their positions in government would be as unshakable as the long-standing empire.
Shoot, it won't let me in.
You're not joking, are you, Mr. Carl?
I am not. Darn! What is going on? Is this thing broken? Oh, no, I'm stuck. Oh, my belly. Oh, I had this suit custom made in Paris.
坏了，要打怪了。
What on earth is going on? Why is the defense system activated?
Marcus, can you read its internal rituals?
Considering its sluggishness, yes, I think so.
Good. It's a good chance for you to get some experience. Just stay safe.
Oh, no! Miss Hoffman! These columns represent the spirit of the Vienna branch. You shouldn't be so violent!
Adapt, improve, and advance. Arcanum should be kept up with the times, not lock itself away in a museum and wallow in the good old days. There was something visibly wrong with this thing, and we were rightfully doing our job. If you have any concerns about this, I'll include them in the report. And I should remind you that you've spent too much time on your free will. We're running out of time.
9! Procedures are not the problem, darn it! You're not German, are you?
So, what's wrong with the golem?
As Mr. Carl said, its structure is simple and yet incredible. The malfunction comes from one of the components. There's an extra stroke on the enchantment. These strokes look new. I guess the staff made a mistake when they did the maintenance or repair.
有可能这是个伏笔。
Let's hope so. Now take a look at this before Mr. Carl comes out. Several days ago, a member of the field agent squad found a painting that was reported in this magazine, The Pan. It belonged to Theophil von Dittersdorf, a deceased artist from Vienna who committed suicide. Its name is The Salvation.
这个刚才这人是不是就是那个刚开头自杀那个？
The poem mentions the doomsday, the reversal of time, and the rain.
Salvation and rain. It sounds so...
Yes. And given the sightings of Manus leaders in Vienna, we believe Theophil came into contact with Manus leaders before he died, and probably learned the truth of the storm and the method of salvation. This was how Manus Vindicte recruited arcanists in 1929.
If he knew the method of salvation, why did he still kill himself? Auf der Suche nach Silenus im Walde fragte ich ihn, was ist das Beste und Wunderbarste für den Mensch? Die Lehre, wo der Mensch nie geboren wurde, sagte er. Ich betrachtete ihn, den Ring des Lebens, den Ring aller Leben. Deine Hände formen den Ring. und das Urteil wird ausgesprochen. Am jüngsten Tag, in der Dämmerung, wenn die Geschichte verblasst. O Welt! Sein Kopf beißt sich in seine Füße. Seine Knie berühren seine Nase. O Mensch! Sie bewohnen die Erde und warten darauf, dass der Himmel fällt. Gestern wird zu morgen. Morgen verwandelt sich wieder in gestern. Wer wird im Regen verschwinden? Wem wird das ewige Glück gewährt? Die Gnade von oben. Und diese Lehre, das Aufhören der Existenz.
Oh, it was so moving, Miss Sieglund. Poor Sigmund, my best friend, has returned to the void. Thank you all for coming today to shed tears for our departed hero. He was a righteous and noble man who cared for his people. He was still trying to save the Arcanists on the Golden Isle before he died. He left us so many beautiful poems and paintings. Shame that the fire burnt everything to ashes. The only thing that survived was the salvation. We were in a golden age of progressive ideas. We believed the Enlightenment would make ignorance history and lead us to paradise where everyone would be saved. The barrier between Arcanists and humans would be removed. In Vienna, that tolerant city, we would stand together hand in hand, back to back, reliving the intimacy we once shared when we first came into this world. Oh, world. Its head bites its feet. Its knees touch its nose. But the reality is, the survival space of Arcanists is shrinking. We tried to speak up in our own language, but that only makes us strangers in our own land. That's why we have decided to exhibit Sigmund's last work. Not only in memory of the deceased, but in memory of his noble spirit, his sincere concern for his people, and his scrutiny of this tragic world. There is no need to be sad, my friends. He has left us with Rheingold. We will found a committee with the funds raised by the exhibition to improve the conditions of unregistered Arcanists.
The youngest and the most outstanding opera singer in Vienna, Theophel's sister, Isolde von Dietersdorf, will present the details.
Now I see why we were ordered to investigate Theophel's connections. There may be spies from Manus Vindictae among them.
I know the Vienna branch has a lot of bureaucratic problems, but we need the help to carry out the mission in this era. The search warrant, the letter of introduction, the evidence collection permit. They've provided us with all the official documents we need in this era, as well as a list of all the Arcanists in Vienna in 1914. But we're not going to cooperate with them any further, because of the requirements to confidentiality. We'll only need manpower from them in the following operations. In case you spend a whole day on the A section, Marcus, we're looking for Theophil. Starts with a T.
How did you know I was starting from line A? It says Theophil belonged to a group of artists called the Circle. They often gathered in the Secession building. Madam Hoffman, I think we can make contact with them one by one.
What's happening?
I sense strong arcane fluctuations over there. I think it's a ghost?
Hmm? 自动联播。
Isolde? Isolde!
My God, she passed out again.
一次一昏迷，人格就切换。看是这么
She
设
must
定的
have smelling salts on her. Find them.
What is going on? Make way! Make way! Let me see.
Kakania! People, make way for the doctor.
Isolde? Can you hear me? Oh no, it's a seizure. She's going to bite herself. Get a stick! Heinrich, do you have any props she can bite?
Doctor, help! Please help me! They are here! The paintings, they are here!
Damn it, she can't wait. Isolde, open your mouth.
Doctor, your hand is bleeding from the bite.
It's okay. What happened just now? She was fine when I left 10 minutes ago.
I don't know. We finished reciting Sigmund's poem and...
Sigmund? Oh, you mean Theophil? I see what's going on here. You've aroused her trauma.
You shouldn't have invited her to her brother's exhibition, Heinrich. And you even read his death notice in public. Ah, you should have known it would upset her. He was the only family she had left.
I did not. I thought she had completely recovered.
What?
She should have recovered from the electroshock therapy.
What kind of nonsense is that? Dr. Schwartz is a liar without a conscience. He takes pleasure in the pain of his patients. I know how he managed to fool the medical association. Those rich morons don't care about the patients at all. Soon as you mention fancy words like advanced or science, they'll throw their wallets at you as if to be left behind by the times. They're all blinded by the shining glamour of progressivism. And they even scoff at psychoanalysis, the real meaningful discovery of the era.
Wow. 字幕都开始在抖动。
Schau dir den Ring an, Theophil. Er ist so wunderschön. Nein, das war meine Schuld. Ja, ich werde es besser machen. Ich kann es schaffen. Ich kann immer noch singen.
Isolde?
Bitte, schau mich an, Doktor. Hilf mir. Bitte, hilf mir.
I will, Isolde. Now let go of me first.
Oh no. It's a seance. But Miss Tosk only does it before a performance.
Of course it turned out this way. She's lost control. She summoned evil spirits this time, not the good ones.
Nein, nein. Geh weg, geh weg.
She's afraid of the paintings. Oh, poor girl. It's her brother's paintings.
Miss Kakanya! Watch out!
Heinrich, give me a hand. Draw the ghost away by whatever means.
Can I start running?
These souls are no longer bound to their bodies. They're a nuisance to deal with.
Hey! Over there! Leave the doctor alone!
I bought this bullet with my savings. Who took it out of my body? It was you. You!
Enough of your ugly fuss. What family are you from, miss? How much property do you own?
Go away! It's not working! You'll have to try harder, Mr. Heinrich. Leave her be, gentlemen.
Am I supposed to?
She took half my body.
Conventional choice.
No! Father will scold me.
You don't want to miss it!
A nobody! Back with the stink of a monkey! How dare you lay those filthy fingers upon me!
Whatever. Time waits for no one, even for a great people.
Heinrich, I'll take care of his old. Take this.
Oh, catching a ghost with my hands. Yeah, it's so soft and sticky.
Give it back, you thief!
That way.
Sie sind jetzt sicher, Isolde. Spüren Sie nun den Druck meiner Hände. Der Druck wird Sie an einige Dinge erinnern. Sie werden langsam und stetig in Ihren Kopf gelangen und Ihnen nicht schaden. Gut, das ist es. Wenn ich den Druck loslasse, öffnen Sie langsam Ihre Augen. Diese Dinge werden sanft zu Boden fallen, wie Federn. Jetzt fangen Sie sie vorsichtig auf. Jetzt sagen Sie mir, was haben Sie gesehen? Was ist passiert?
Dr. Schwartz told me that humans are rational, and we should be able to control ourselves completely. But I failed. The Dittersdorfs can't afford another lunatic like me. I will be abandoned by the audience. By everyone.
No, you are not them, Isolde. As long as you receive proper treatment in the hospital.
Please don't, please. I'm cured. The shock therapy worked well, very well.
Isolde.
No, I mustn't act like Mother or Teofil. The Dittersdorfs can't bear. The opera can't bear.
Heinrich, please take Miss Dittersdorf to get some rest.
I will. What about you, Doctor? Where are you going?
I'm going to get that damn Schwartz!
Kakanya? Huh? You are from the Foundation. And Angelotti and the unknown lady?
Remember, Marcus, the working staff of the Foundation branch will take care of the dispute in their fashion. We just need to follow him in. The members of the Circle are top priority, but before any of them can be convicted, as said before, all we have to do is silently observe and respect their lives.
Understood. I almost bumped into her. That lady in green seemed to be in a bad mood. Shall I ask the gentleman from the branch who she is? Oh, he seems busy at the moment. But that gentleman is a person of this era. If I interrupt him, am I also interrupting his original course of action?
My, Mr. Rigalato. Your hair has grown so fast. To what do we owe this pleasure? Are you also here for the exquisite art?
Can you just be normal for once, Henry? Stop calling me by those opera names. Someone reported an arcane disturbance here. I see candles. Are you holding a seance? I must remind you that arcane rituals are not allowed unless you have a separate permit.
Excuse me? That's not fair. The first permit already costed us a...
Please calm yourself, sir. Be mindful of what you implied. The Viennese government has ensured you the greatest possible freedom.
这就是块布吧？这不应该叫衣服吧？
Who do you think cleaned up after you people? After those fires, passionate murders, and deadly stampedes? We can't bear the consequences of your moments of epiphany forever. Not to mention the seance is one of the most dangerous acts. We've had 2 colleagues injured, still being treated for mental illness in the Vienna General Hospital. You will find no other place as tolerant and open-minded as this one. In return, you should do your part and cooperate with the government.
国务椅子说：“不思议之旅下划线大笑。”
确实也挺像的，但是半件衣服那一半，就感觉它可能就是设计成半件衣服的披风。
This is just a rehearsal of the play. The candles, the settings, and of course these paintings once bathed in fire. Yes, this is an art exhibit, a youth rally, or, as we prefer to call it, a visualization of the future.
I demand a rational conversation. Now, I must question the sanity of this gathering. Is there no one here who is of sound mind? If not, I'll have to...
I'm terribly sorry. Mr. Strauss, sorry to keep you waiting.
Miss Dietersdorf. Bless you, madam. I did not expect to see you here.
Oh, sorry that we troubled you. I'm here for my late brother's exhibition, and for rehearsal for the coming performance. We got a little carried away. Made you come all the way here to check on us.
Please, madam, as your friend, I do not wish to cause you discomfort. In fact, Mr. Carl and I were talking about you over brunch earlier. He was truly impressed by your talent at the opera.
Ah, Mr. Carl is too kind. Since my mother passed away, he has been such a caring friend to the family.
Well then, this was all just a misunderstanding. But, madam, please understand that I still have procedures to go through. Would you mind if I investigated a little? By investigate, you know, just a quick look around the building.
We are grateful to have a responsible employee like you, Mr. Strauss. Please, help yourself.
Wow! The spider tail and the detection spores. These are Laplace's auxiliary devices for perceiving arcane power. I've never seen one before. Only investigators of level 4 or higher are allowed to use them.
Marcus, come. Give me a hand.
On it. These burnt pictures. They're the work of Theophil von Dittesdorf. They're the perfect subjects for reading.
哦，这张不错。
Only a third of the picture can be read, but I can see it clearly. An ingenious composition that balances the different elements of the picture. Sadly, the creator focused too much on the form and overlooked the content. The frame is made of... not important. Next page. This one is luckier. Half of it survived the fire, so we can see the lower half of the lady in the picture. But, Theophil certainly had a way with women. She was not his first prey. And this one, only a frame remains. The rest of his works are too damaged, but I do remember an intact one somewhere. But aside from this, I don't see anything else. Next page.
它这个阅读是，我操，吓我一跳！这个阅读是什么个技能？感觉像是
People can be read too. That person, Miss Isolde.
看内部的一些东西是吧？这个内部就比较的。
Unlike other ladies pursuing the latest fashions in Paris, she still wears the corset, with only some Art Nouveau jewelry by her waist. She's as delicate as a butterfly. She is a renowned medium. The Dittesdorf family is well known for their mediumship. Nowadays, they use that power mostly for art. That is, they summon a spirit to possess their body so they can sing, write, and paint like no other. They also suffered for this power. Racked by neurosis and hysteria, the family has had very few members despite its long history. Wait a minute. The picture behind her is still intact, and it is enormous. Is that the Salvation? Strange. This painting is...
You have a keen eye for art, miss.
Oh!
This painting is the work of my dearest friend, Sigmund. The Salvation. The only piece he left behind that survived the consuming flames. These enchanting, magical circles, one next to another. Oh, I was only reciting Miss Caccania. We're both passionate about the subject. How regrettable. She would have given you a much better explanation if she were here. Her words can easily stir one's soul.
Did you say Caccania? You have a friend called Caccania?
Oh, yes. Every artist has their own nickname. I also have the honor of knowing the Orange Knight, Victor of the Rhine, Offerstrudel. Are you a friend of Kakania? Too bad she just left. She should be meeting with Dr. Schwartz by now.
No, the name sounded a little strange to me, that's all. But I appreciate the explanation, sir.
What happened?
Are these ghosts? Didn't you say there wasn't a seance? Mrs. Dietersdorf, I would very much like an explanation.
Oh, they're still chasing me!
The detection spores have taken effect and enveloped the ghosts. Marcus, can you still read?
这个砰砰包子是什么东西啊？
I think so.
Good. I'll draw its attention. You take care of the arcanum part.
Miss Dietersdorf, you told me this was just an opera rehearsal. Now look at this mess. And more importantly, my two assistants are still here. I must ask you for a good reason to report to my superior.
无名的 NPC。
Oh, Isolde, my dear lovely gal.
Mr. Karl.
Director?
Look at you, so pale. The play is sapping your strength. Come, child, come to me. I told Schwartz to take good care of you. Well, I guess he can't be in two places at once. The frequent presentations must have been too much for a doctor such as he. I've learned that you've recovered from hysteria, which is good, but promise me that you'll look after yourself, will you? Your late mother suffered a tragic end, and it would be unbearable for the Empire to lose another star.
You flatter me.
Joseph?
Yes, Director.
Don't be so hard on them. Those were wonderful stage effects. Heinrich is an expert at this, yes? What better demonstrates our free wills and respecting the artists in their work? None of us would mind an episode of excitement every once in a while. Even the gentlemen from the headquarters would agree with me, don't you think?
Yes, you're right.
We are short on manpower, and the assistants should focus on more important matters.
We should leave.
Good day. I would like to check the date of a novel. Yes, it is Der Mann ohne Eigenschaften by Robert Musil. Oh, I see.
What did they say?
Just as I remembered it. The novel was completed in 1930. The word Kakania was also created by Robert Musil.
就说明是未来的呗。
Kakania should not be a nickname for anyone in 1914.
It doesn't belong to this era. She could be with Manus Vindictae, or at least associated with their people.
What's more, when we were at the Secession building, I read that painting, The Salvation. it seemed out of place compared to the other paintings. Théophile may have applied a new technique on the salvation, a more daring kind, audacious even. But these are only subtleties, I can't be too certain. I was interrupted by that strangely speaking gentleman, so I didn't get everything. Another thing, its content reminds me of the symbol of the circle. This twisting circle resembles the circles in the Salvation. Heinrich called them magical circles, one next to another. They must be more than just circles, I think. Was he demonstrating the madness of passion? But the lines are clean. Perhaps the purity of eternity? No, the circles are too twisted for that. Or was he just representing a primitive state of being?
I don't understand any of it. So this must be art.
Ma'am, you're funny sometimes.
I wasn't joking.
Huh?
Based on what we know, we can't be sure if this group of young arcanists and the Manus are connected. But we all know that the latter is eager to win over the cynical, revolutionary youth. You did well, Marcus. The important figures of the circle, Isolde, Heinrich, and even the late Théophile. We had made contact with them all. Only this Kakanya. What does the intel say about her?
Kakanya, also known as Miss Clara, inherited her arcane skills from her family. She's able to reflect people's thoughts in a mirror. She was once a medical student, but dropped out halfway through. These days, she shows up at various social events as a psychiatrist, which the Foundation tries to prohibit because she doesn't have a license. And she is also an activist.
An activist?
According to Mr. Heinrich, she is meeting with a doctor named Schwartz today.
Schwartz, the family doctor Carl mentioned. Let's try our luck there.
Now then, Miss Clara, Mr. Schwartz. Only 3 weapons are allowed in the duel. The army knife, the sword, and the pistol.
I will leave the choice to Dr. Schwartz, for he has more experience in these duels than I do. It's an honor to fight you, and I look forward to ending your winning streak.
Not so much an honorable thing for me.
Excuse me, please.
Pardon me, what is happening?
A duel, ma'am. Just as Dr. Schwartz was demonstrating his therapy, Mrs. Clara barged right in. They were arguing, and this is how they decided to end it. To ensure fairness of the duel, the combat must happen within 48 hours of the challenge, but I've never seen one take place on the spot.
Well, I hope they know what they're doing. I don't want to get caught as collateral damage.
That green dress. So she is Kakanya. What do we do? If she gets injured, our mission will...
Don't worry about people in that time. It is their life to live. Never intervene if you don't know the exact consequences of your actions. The course of history is more important than our investigation. This is Investigator Greta Hoffmann. What? Hold on. I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
The field agent squad needs to speak to me. This won't take long. I will leave this to you. Remember what I said, Marcus.
Yes, madam. leaving this to me. To me. To me. Breathe, Marcus. There's nothing to be nervous about. You can't be an assistant forever. There will come a day when you're all on your own. Just like at the Secession building, I only have to watch her. If I end up talking to Miss Kakanya, I'll just pretend to be an ordinary employee of the Foundation. Easy. You used to do well on your own, when you were reading in the lighthouse and the forest. Dr. Shorts. 3 times he has been involved in duels, and 3 times he has won. Impressive. This time he's still going for the pistol. But Miss Kakanya does not have an assistant, and she has only one witness in this duel. This is not right. Why did she agree to this? She's being reckless. Even an arcanist should have at least one assistant in a duel. Dr. Shorts' assistant brought them a pair of pistols. FN Model 1910. Is that a right weapon for a duel? It's too crowded here. I can't see. No, the pistol given to Miss Kakanya. Something's wrong with it. The bullets. Her life is in danger if the duel begins. But Madam Hoffman warned me about the consequences of intervention. What if I just go and talk to her as an employee of the Foundation branch, like I did at the Secession building? So far, Heinrich has been difficult to communicate with, while Mr. Call doesn't want us to get in touch with Miss Isolde. Miss Kakanya is the only person who is both a friend of Theophil and associated with the Circle, but I have to be careful with this name. If she is indeed one of the Manus Vindictae, I will be jeopardizing this mission by going near her. But wait, she doesn't know that I'm from the headquarters, so she probably will talk to me. But how do I know she doesn't know my identity? What if Mr. Call is not to be trusted? And what if Mr. Call and she are in this together? Their names both start with a K. What am I thinking? Stop. I'm not on the Flannan Isles anymore. I can't waste my day on endless thoughts. Remember what Madam Hoffman said. Think of the immediate mission. I have to prevent Kakanya from getting killed in the duel. She has the clues about Theophil that I need. Never intervene if you don't know the exact consequences of your actions. I have assessed the risks, madam. I will not stand by and watch this happen, even if I don't know the consequences.
I need to make this clear to you. Not only have you hindered Miss Dietersdorf from getting the treatment she needs, but you have repeatedly defamed me.
Oh, I can only admit that you're right if you have to call a different academic perspective slander.
A different academic perspective? Do you really think Freud and his petty tricks are academic? One could hardly find a worse insult to science than this.
Is that so? Do you really mean that? Rumor has it that you taught the military the method of hypnosis for a price. Do you wish to clear things up here? Your silence is a resounding yes. Tell me, why did you please the ministers with these petty tricks, but not with your most advanced electrotherapy you've been touting? Do you harbor negative feelings towards Mr. Freud because of his open rejection of hypnosis?
What does any of this have to do with you?
Oh, many things, Mr. Schwartz. Your behavior has greatly undermined the interests of arcanists, who are your own people. not to mention that hypnosis is a violation of a patient's free will. And I have reason to believe that this duel is entirely personal. I must make it clear that your wife's appointment with me has nothing to do with the rumors of your lackluster performance in the bedroom. I'm not the real enemy, Mr. Schwartz. The gossip mongers and tabloid writers are.
You... Are both duelists ready?
Perfectly ready.
I'm ready to...
No! She's not!
Huh?
Miss Kakanya needs another minute. The crowd. Shoot me. I want to go home. Why, oh, why did you apply for this mission, Marcus? I am Miss Kanya's assistant. I am here
to... Sorry to interrupt, miss. But the last time I checked, I couldn't possibly afford a St. Pavlov Foundation member to be my aide.
完了，直接被人看出来了。
Darn it, I forgot about my badge.
So, the Foundation is trying to intervene. Don't worry, Miss Foundation staff. Look around. We're doing it the human way. No arcane skills involved. The head of the Foundation branch should not be your role model. Mind you, you're giving up a part of your integrity for taking his clones. A terrible deal indeed. Besides, they're using human guns. We don't need the Foundation's license to use these. I'm not doing anything against the Foundation's rules, am I? If it's urgent, can we wait until after the duel? Please stand back. The bullets can't tell the difference between friend and enemy.
Please don't use that gun. The bullets in it are dangerous.
What?
The bullets are wrong. The gun will burst if you pull the trigger. Sir, I demand that the gun be checked.
The size of these bullets. I need an explanation, Mr. Schwartz. I thought you had at least the integrity of a gentleman. The bullets in my gun are wrong. If I pull the trigger, as Miss Foundation here said, the barrel will burst.
A bursted barrel? I remember now. That Anton boy lost the duel to Schwartz for the same reason. Did Schwartz do something to his gun too? And was the guard in on it too? Huh?
This is defamation. I have never...
Please! Who is dueling here?
The guards are here.
Hey! Don't step on my dress! Not good! Madam Hoffman has not come back yet! Madam Hoffman!
Hey, miss! The helpful Miss Foundation employee!
Miss Kakanya?
Don't stand there! Come here! Okay, this is a quiet float. We're going to jump, Miss Foundation. 3, 2, 1, here we go!
Can I start running?
Got to sneak away. Don't worry, Miss Foundation. I won't leave you behind. I'll help you as you helped me.
That's not...
对，所以这个战斗的 BGM 是真的不错。每次1999他们的那个 BGM 我都挺喜欢。
Is that the magic mustache?
一直觉得比较不错的那个
Quick, name your price.
BGM 是那个
sure you can afford that, Kakari?
澳洲的那个版本是1.5那个版本 EP， 特别好听。
I can accept. You know my limits, old friend. Put it on, Miss Foundation. Don't take it off. You'll be exposed. It smells, but bear with it. Now keep quiet and follow me. I'll get you to safety. Lead us if you want your pay, Ilich.
Got it. Follow me.
OK， 今天就到这儿。哎，这剧情还有这么多，我的妈呀！这一共有多长时间？我估计我下周未必都能看得完，我自己回家看去吧。这才看了7章，绷不住了，有点绷不住了。我自己回家看一看，自己回家看一看。明天直播，明天是那个打游戏的那个，明天继续那个碧蓝幻想。上次不是刷等级了吗？我就觉得这回刷了得有10级，应该主线应该没什么问题了。啊，咱们继续主线就可以了。拜拜拜拜，明天见，明天见。